Hello Stampers, my name is Linda Bedinger and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Denver, Colorado. And this is my buddy Puccini. He was asleep last time we made a video, but he's wide awake now because he's kind of getting in the middle of whatever it is I'm doing. I have a fun, easy, very pretty Christmas card for you. And it is in gold and vanilla, and let's just get started. Here is my card. This is the most recent version I've done. This one is a previous version I've done. So in the end, you'll have to tell me which one you like best. This one is a single layer. There is no additional layer on the inside. There is a layer on the top. The cards are basically the same. This one has ribbon at the top, and these two have a little bit of gold paper at the top and the bottom. And I did this one first, and this ribbon up here kind of bothered me. And I don't necessarily like things that don't have that layer on the inside. So this is the one we're going to make today. So what you need to make this card is a base that is 4 1/4 by 9 1/8. And then you need a piece that is 4 inches by 5 1/8, and one piece that is 4 inches by 3 3/8. Then you need 2 pieces of gold that measure 4 inches by 1/2 inch, and then you need gold scrap to cut out your stars. Now, we don't currently have stars, the right kind of stars to do this particular card. I went back to my stash and pulled out my old Starlit Star Punch. Now, you probably have in your stash something that's a punch that will cut out different stars, or you may have some thinlits that cut out stars. It doesn't really matter what stars you use. I just happen to have this one, so I used it. But I have some that are not Stampin' Up! That are other die cutting, but I like the idea of a punch, so I went ahead and used this one. It was called Starlit, and it was last in a catalog, I think, in 22. Okay, so Merry Christmas is from the Brightest Glow. It was this one, and it went with Labels of Glow dies, but Brightest Glow, and there's the Merry Christmas. It has really lots of nice things, a good sentiment for the inside if you want to put one. And the way I cut this card, the sentiment shows on the outside of the card, and it also shows on the inside of the card. So, and then I'm going to do a quick video for Tuesday that shows you how to make, because many of you are distressed when the card doesn't stand, and this is one that wouldn't. And I don't know if you remember this from some time ago. I did a video on creating a little paper stand so that your card can be put in something like this and be displayed. And I'm going to repeat that video. I looked at the old video that I made, and lordy, was I wordy and took way too long. So I'm going to refilm it for Tuesday and make it a little bit faster, and it's just a quick reminder of how to make these. They're very simple, and you can make them in any color. Okay, all right, so those are the pieces that you'll need to make the card, and so we'll just get started here. I'm going to start by putting a gold piece on this short panel here. And put some glue on the back of that. I misspoke earlier. This piece of gold needs to be 1/2 inch by 4 1/4 because it's got to go all the way across this panel. So I just put some glue on that, and I'm going to set that down so that it creates that trim piece. Then I use, that is this wild, no I didn't, I used this ribbon. We've got some version of this that's current that is gold and vanilla, and so I'm going to cut a piece of this that's about 6 inches because I want to make sure that it wraps around sufficiently. Okay, so where are my ribbon scissors? All right. And I've punched out all of my stars ahead of time. And so I've got them all right here. I'm just going to put them right up here so we can have, and I punched way more than we need. But I'm planning to make several of these cards, so I wanted to get a few of them going. All right. All right. So what I'm going to do is put some glue on the back of this ribbon, all the way across the back of the ribbon. Then I'm going to add some glue on either side in the back to kind of anchor the ribbon down. Okay, so I'm going to put my ribbon down here, right along the edge of this piece of card, then turning it over and anchoring that in the back with some of that glue. All right, and so there is our piece. Now that's ready to go on our base here for the front. Okay, so there is our top piece attached. Then we have the inside piece that also needs a little piece of gold along the bottom. So I'm going to add my glue to the bottom of my card and fix this gold right along the bottom. And I've cut this one a little bit larger than it needed to be, but that's okay because we can just trim it down into place. There we go. All right, so there's our piece for the inside, which we will just put in place on the inside of the card. There's something about having those extra layers that just makes a card feel more rich and more complete, I think. Single layer cards certainly have their place, and when you're in a hurry, they're a godsend. But this is a Christmas card, and so I want it to make a good impression. So I'm going to put that into place on the inside of my card, and there we're all set and ready to go. This card really is quite fast and easy. For the stars, whether you do the Starlit Punch or you have something else, you want to do one of the main focal star like on here, because when you open the card you can see the back of it. I'm gluing 2 of those back to back, and then I'll put it on with a glue dot. And so I cut extras of this star to do that. So I'm going to set it up here and glue it together. And then I'm going to take a large dimension. I'm just going to eyeball this and put this on to what seems like the center for me. Okay, there we go. All right, Now I'm going to do my stamping. So I have my ink, which is this wild wheat. Now you could also just do this in gold embossing powder, which would look beautiful as well. For this, I kind of like this wild wheat. It's a little understated, and I kind of like that. Let's see, I'm going to try and put this down here as straight as I can, right along the bottom of the card. There we go. I think it looks really quite nice. Now, I used a smaller star right here on the bottom, just next to my Merry Christmas, and any scripty Merry Christmas will work as well. I think you just have to sometimes use what's in your stash to get the look that you want. So this Merry Christmas has a star right about there, and you can vary, oh dear, looks like I got some ink on that. I'll have to work on that off camera. Okay, so I put another large star right down here on the bottom to kind of fill in that space. And so I'm just going to go ahead and glue that one in place. And right along there. All right, then let's see, I used a little bit of this gold twine that we have, and I think about a 6 or 7 inch round is just about right. And in this case, I want it to curl a little bit. So I'm encouraging this to curl. And what I did was I used one of the fatter little stars here and put a couple of glue dots, dimensionals on the back. So I put a larger dimensional kind of up at the top, and then I used a littler dimensional down below. And then I noticed that on this one, it kind of wanted to pick up. So I've got a strategy, and we'll see if it works. But I'm going to pull the backing off of that, and I'm going to take this twine and set it in place right here along the edge of that star. Now that means that there's not as much surface that's sticky, so I used a glue dot to put on top. That's my strategy anyway. Put a glue dot on top so that sticky is extended a bit, and these are some glue dots left over from Paper Pumpkin, but if you have regular glue dots, that will work. All right, there we go. And then putting that star in place right here, looks like about there. And I might want to take another small dimensional stick one under there, and I think that'll do it. So then I used different shaped stars kind of around just different places in here, so I'm going to continue to do that. All right, and then I used a couple of these gold gems. This is the set that comes, and it's separated from its packaging, so right now I can't remember the name, but I'll put it on the video for you. These sparkle gems, and they're like the diamonds. They're really pretty. They're real sparkly. And I put some around on the card to add just a little extra something something. Same thing with this cord. It just looked like it needed a little bit more glitz on it. Okay, looks like it needs something there. Oh, see, on this one I did put a star up there, so I'm just going to go ahead and add a star to the top. Right up in here. And this star is right about here with this gem moved over a little bit. So I'll put that in place, and that should do it. And there we go, another very simple card that really is quite beautiful and easy to make. If you wanted to do the Noel card that I showed earlier and this one, I think that would make a really pretty set of Christmas cards to be sending out. But there you have it. That is my project for the day. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel today. I do so appreciate it. And if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, well, I'd love to be your demonstrator. And so there we have it, the cards that I made. And you'll have to tell me which of these styles you like better. Do you like the one with the 2 pieces of ribbon, or just the 1 piece of ribbon and a little bit of gold paper, gold foil paper? I do think I like this extra layer on the inside. This always makes me nervous, especially since we don't have the thick Berry Vanilla anymore, that it's not sufficiently sturdy enough to do this. And then again, on Tuesday, I'll do a quick video and show you how to make this cute little stand so that you can include it with your card in an envelope so people can display the card. Thank you very much for stopping by, and I will be back soon with more cards, more projects, and more tips. Bye!